Hey friends, Jim here with Philly Fixed. Evolution just sent me their 10-inch sliding compound multi-material cordless 40-volt miter saw. That's a mouthful, but they just released this 40-volt cordless miter saw here in the United States. It's been out in the UK for a little bit, but it takes 2 of their standard 20-volt batteries and lets you cut anything anywhere. So we're going to unbox this thing, a little bit of assembly involved. Let's get to it. In the package you get 2 of their 5 amp hour 20-volt batteries, manual of course, dust bag, material hold down clamp, which this is a nice decent length clamp, vacuum adapter, sliding bar. I thought this was interesting. This is a zero clearance insert. You can see there's no slot in the middle, so this will let you cut the slot with the saw. Most saws come with a slot already, and it's kind of wide to accommodate a wide range of blades. So I thought that was an interesting choice on Evolution's part. Dual port rapid charger. You've got the motor and blade half of the assembly. Then you've got your base plate assembly that comes separate. And then you've also got shorter material clamp, I believe. And then you've got your side extensions for the base of the miter saw. All right, so I got the base plate on the table here. You've got this knob, threads in the end, allows you to lock your miter angle in place, like that. Here's the rail. So I believe we just slide this in here. All right, so you've got a little toggle lock here. I'll show that up close. Okay. Evolution did send me their corded version of this a while back, so if I recall, this doesn't require any tools. This just snaps into place. Maybe. I might have to consult the manual. Okay, so here's the deal. There are little hex screws on either side of the head assembly. This is a 5/32 hex. You want to make sure they're nice and loose because one of them was tightened, and that's why this wouldn't slide and click in. But there's little green indicators here, and basically you want this little green indicator to be all the way visible in that hole. So we'll pull this back. You can hear it clicked in, and now you can see that little green indicator is visible in the hole. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. So if for some reason you're unable to slide and click this in like I was, check these little cap head hex screws on either side. It's the same 5/32. Actually, it's probably metric since this is a European country, but a 5/32 hex bit is working just fine for me. We'll let you put these little side table extensions on. So like I said, they give you a zero clearance insert, but the saw actually comes pre-installed with a regular insert. So you can use this for general purpose work, and then if you're going to do finer work where you want to minimize tear out, this comes in handy, and it looks like you can just pop this out pretty easily. The saw also comes with a multi-material blade for steel, aluminum, wood, and plastic. You can see it's got these kind of weird teeth that curve both ways. I am not an expert on blade geometry, but Evolution, of course, makes a full line of blades for specific materials. Again, European company here. The blade, though, here is made in Japan. That's pretty cool. Comes with an Allen key stored on the base of the saw here. Your spindle lock button is right here. I like on this saw that there's actually nothing to like remove and swing out of the way to access the spindle nut. On the corded version of this saw, you actually had to remove a screw or loosen a screw to get the blade spindle nut guard out of the way, which I I don't see a reason why you need to guard this during regular use. You know, most saws require some adjustment out of the box, but let's see how square we are. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I actually don't think it needs adjustment. Now, the one thing that does need a little bit of adjustment, if I can zoom in really close on it here, is you can see I'm at 0 degrees on the miter, but I'm just a little bit to the left. I'm reading more like 1 degree there. So I'll just loosen this screw. Sorry. I'll just loosen this screw and adjust that to be at 0 degrees. But otherwise, as far as the miter detent, I'm pretty happy. Now, while I'm here, I'll tell you, you got 50 degrees left miter, and over here you got 50 degrees right miter in both directions. Now, as far as bevel, you do have to reach around the back here, loosen it. And then you've got up to a 45, looks like 46, up to 48 degree left and right bevel with detents at 33.9, 22.5, and of course back at 0. Got to pull this round thing here to adjust your bevel to unlock it, and then you've got a lever here in the back that tightens it. You've also got your depth stop, so if you're making cuts that aren't full depth, slide that down. You adjust your little adjustment there, and then when you bring it down, it hits and it stops your blade at a certain depth. Okay, now this clamp is pretty interesting. I actually didn't realize what it was when I got it out of the box, but you can slide it in here. It sits flush with the table, and then you've got a clamp here. So if you've got something wide that you really want to make sure is stable, because the table's only, you know, 4 or 5 inches deep at this point, this will clamp something up to 12 inches wide, which is pretty nice. And it's got a V groove in it, so if you need to clamp like a pipe or something like that, you can twist this in and put a pipe in there. So this is a piece of 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC. Put that in there and run this clamp in with that V groove, and your pipe is nice and tight. I tried a piece of 3-inch. The 3-inch is too big. It kind of just pushes the pipe up rather than holds it. But 2-inch Schedule 40 and, you know, smaller should be fine with this clamp. You've got your regular material hold down clamp here. Put that in the back. There's a little thumb screw to tighten it down behind the fence like a normal miter saw. And then push this quick release, let you bring it all the way up. And again, it's got that V groove on here. So in addition to flat lumber, you can put it on your pipe. Clamp it down like that. One thing that's kind of nice on this saw is it has that shadow cut line there. You pull down the handle about halfway and it lights up for you. I much prefer this to lasers because out on a bright sunny day, you can still see the shadow cut line, whereas you can't always see a red laser out in bright sunlight. So that's pretty nice. All right, I couldn't find a 2x12 in the garage, but here's a 2x10 pressure treated. Let's see how it does. I think it would do a 2x12 just fine. Because if you see where the blade is at the edge of the 2x10, the bottom of the blade's like here. So I think a 2x12 would not be a problem. And again, I like this. I like these clamps because I've actually got this board kind of cantilevered off the end, which you shouldn't do, but it's holding on to it just fine. All right, let's see how the multi-material blade does on this PVC pipe. Nice clean end. This blade also claims it can cut steel, so I've got nothing crazy here, but an 1/8 inch piece of mild steel angle, 2 by 2 inch. Let's see how it does. It certainly did the job here. Looks like maybe I needed to go a little further through, but that's my fault. Operator error. But yeah, looks like a nice, decent cut on that 1/8 inch mild steel. All right, guys, well, that's the new Evolution 40 volt double bevel compound sliding 10 inch cordless miter saw. I think I got it all in there. Anyway, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I think it's a well thought out saw. It's got some thoughtful features to it. I think it delivers on its promise of cutting different materials adeptly. I didn't notice it bogging down despite being a cordless tool, which I was definitely keeping an eye out for. But a nice product here from Evolution. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching. My name is Jim with Philly Fixed. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.
Hello, I'm Jim Davis.